Hi there, my name is Ashley. I want to introduce you to Bodum's Bistro Blade Grinder. This colorful, compact, yet powerful grinder is made of plastic and has a stainless steel blade. It's perfect for grinding your beans freshly every morning for a fresh cup of coffee. Another great feature about this grinder is it has a transparent top, which allows you to see directly in at what you're grinding so you can control it that way. It's very easy to operate. You just put your beans on the inside and press this button here. And another neat feature is that it has this cord storage down at the bottom. Happy grinding!
Grinding fresh coffee beans for espresso. Plug the appliance in at the mains and switch on at the supply. Take off the lid, fill the container with the desired amount of fresh coffee beans and replace the lid. To measure the correct amount of beans for the number of cups you want to make, remember that 1 tablespoon of coffee beans equals approximately 1 cup of coffee. Turn the quantity dial to the number of cups you want to make. Turn the grinder dial towards a fine setting. Press the on-off button once to start the grinding process. When the coffee is ground to a fine enough consistency, the grinder stops automatically. Pull out the coffee tray, take off the lid, and the fresh ground espresso coffee is ready to use.
So here's our new dose control coffee grinder. It's our entry coffee grinder, but it's still a fantastic piece of kit. Let me just show you what you get in the box first. First of all, you've got a 380 gram bean hopper that removes quite easily. And the beautiful thing about this is when you remove it, it blocks the bottom of the chute so your beans don't go everywhere. And it's a Conical Burr grinder. And a fantastic new feature for our grinders is the removable top burr that we can actually calibrate quite simply ourselves. And these are 1/10 of a millimetre type calibration, so we can get the perfect grind setting. And we've got the 2 cradles, one for the 58mm portafilters, that's the commercial size, and one that covers 50 to 54mm portafilters. So regardless of your coffee machine, the grinder will suit you. We've also got a removable tray for our overgrinds, and tucked away neatly inside here is our razor tool. So this is a post-tamp dosing tool. So once we've tamped the coffee, we use the razor tool to ensure we've got the right volume of coffee in the filter. So eventually we won't have to use the razor tool and we'll just simply be using our timer and getting the same dose of coffee, the perfect dose of coffee every single time. So I'll just put the grinder back together again. So the top burr sits in nice and easily with a twist. And the hopper just locks in really easily. And then just on the front of the machine, we've got our timer. So this is going to help us get the dose right every single time. And last of all, our grind adjustments are now on the collar. So we've got 60 different grind settings, moving from espresso to percolator to drip, and as we're getting coarser, into plunger. We've got some nice fresh beans here from Packed. Again, as we always say, freshness is so important. It smells fantastic. And again, we've got our 50 to 54 ml cradle, which is right for this machine. So I'll just show you how it works. We can rest our handle onto the cradle and simply press the on button. So it's such a simple grinder to use with the grind adjustment on that collar and our timer on front, so we can get the dose right every single time. So there's the Dose Control Pro. Fantastic with multiple grind adjustments and a timer to get your dosage right, and perfect for any coffee machine. So we've pimped up the Smart Grinder, and this is the Smart Grinder Pro. Because getting the volume of coffee in the portafilter is so important, we've added some fantastic features. So now we can adjust our timer in 0.2 of a second increments. It just means we're going to get the perfect volume. And once we've found that perfect volume, we can simply press the program button, and that's going to lock that time and that volume in for the next cup and so on. And we can do the same for our 2-shot as well. So if we've got that right for our machine, press and hold. So we're getting the perfect volume every time. Another fantastic tweak we've made to this machine is around calibration of the burrs. It's very simple to do and something you may need to do over time. So we can just remove that top burr, and it sits in 3 different positions within this housing. So it's just allowing us to make very small adjustments to where that top burr sits in comparison to the bottom burr. So we get that right grind size. Very simple to do. And we've still got our 450 gram hopper. And we've got adjustable grind size from espresso right up to plunger, depending on your style of coffee. It's the grinder that's going to give you the right volume of coffee every single time, the Smart Grinder Pro.